was like a nearby field.
It was like a last minute audibles.
And everybody else
What?
got
Some
something.
couple last minute things that came in.
What do you mean audibles?
Um,
In the season?
That's like, you know, those.
Mike Jones says.
Sitting next to a.
something that came in today at 3:39. Yeah, we got that.
It's this, right?
Stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's first chance get that.
Everything's
What do you mean
audible.
audible?
I think
Actual
it's on his way.
Audible?
No, just no, I mean like just something different. It's like a change, last minute change.
All right,
Or last minute something.
Wow, I am so
we're gonna
old.
jump into it.
I have no idea.
Isn't that like football?
Welcome to the, we're on? All right, welcome to the December 2025 Village of Fayetteville Planning Board. Light agenda, we'll try to get through. First we can because it's Monday Night Football and the Patriots playing the Giants. So let's get to it.
Yeah.
Knew I was due for.
Priorities.
The Giants are gonna win.
We'll talk about that. All right, Jim? Saw you in here earlier. So the sign permit, your application went to the ZBA.
Yes.
And the feedback from that was
Very positive.
positive.
Yeah, pretty much mirrored our compliance, so they were pretty receptive and very happy.
Okay,
Proposing that they had when built.
okay. But we don't have any meetings minutes on it, but you got the same?
Yes, the variance application was approved, subject to issue with the permit by the planning board.
Okay.
Okay. Anything to add to it while you're here or any?
Really, no.
You good?
Yeah, if you color the building, next day, you notice the color of the building.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I saw half of it. Did they do the other half? I
No,
only
but I
drove
saw
by.
it.
There's just not the tower.
It was.
Okay,
Looks, it looks good.
okay, good, good. Anybody still have the sign application with them? I went through the same exact thing today.
That's nice.
Essentially faster to the ZBA, no changes.
That's not audible.
So.
Yeah. You want me to make?
Are you looking for
Yeah.
the sign application or?
We got it between us, but we also realized that we had absolutely no comments on it, that as it was submitted, so.
No, no.
Want to hit the motion?
Motion to approve the sign permit with the variances approved by the zoning, the ZBA, and as submitted.
A second.
All in favor?
Hi.
Any opposed? Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for experiencing the process with us.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Thank you.
Looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, okay.
All right. Who's presenting for Cozumel? Hello.
My name is Mike Wolniak. I'm the architect who generated the drawings that you have in front of you. The existing restaurant, 205 West or 5207 West Genesee Street, is an ongoing or was an ongoing restaurant that is being converted into another restaurant. Given that we're located in a CD contemporary business zone that allows for continued use for a restaurant in that location. The existing building is approximately 4688 square feet in area. The majority of that being 2400 square feet moved over to 10th area, customer area. So at 15 square foot per person, we end up with approximately 160 potential, patrons in the restaurant, plus maybe 7, possible employees in the kitchen areas. You have the drawings in front of you. You can see, if you flip to the next page, you can see the site plan as it currently exists. We are not changing the footprint of the building. Essentially, we are upgrading potentially upgrading the area of the side exterior dining area. And we are proposing potentially the repainting of the building away from the pinkish red to maybe a more cream or adobe color. The existing site in the adjacent parcels accommodate approximately 49 parking spaces. Based on the 148 seats that we have in the restaurant, divide that by the 3 seats per space, you end up with a maximum of 49 parking spaces required by the town. So we have on both this parcel and the adjacent parcel, the 49 spaces required. The interior work of what we're doing, the reason we're here is to, again, have a new tenant take over the building as a continued use. And we are not doing significant interior renovations, but we need to pull a permit in order to be able to proceed. I understand that there has been a stop work order on the project, so that's why we're here at this point in time.
This would have been required whether a building permit was needed or not, just so you know.
All right, but we have, as I've indicated, there are several parcels that are located at down the street that accommodate the parking required. Basically, we're flipping the bar inside the interior, flipping some of the restaurant equipment on the hot lines, able to service the new operation a little more efficiently than it was. And with exterior work relegated to, as I've said, painting the exterior of the building, replacing the covering over the exterior dining area. There's currently a corrugated polycarbonate material that's on there that's deteriorated somewhat, to be replaced. And the paving in that exterior dining area is currently a stamped asphalt with the potential at some point in the future of bricking it over and upgrading that facility. The concern was expressed that the parking is so close to that exterior dining area that we may require some kind of protection for those diners. So we were proposing a planter along the western edge of the dining area in order to protect them from potential people backing into the dining area or thereabouts. To access that dining area, we were proposing removal of the southmost exterior glazing window infill areas with 2 overhead doors, one of which would accommodate a liquor bar that would open up and allow servicing from inside the facility by means of the operation of the door, and a secondary door that will open full height to allow the patrons to move inside and out freely. That's essentially the scope of work that could be done on the property. Questions?
You mentioned minor interior, moving the bar to the opposite side of the building.
Taking the bar from where it's currently located, it backs up against the wall that's common with the kitchen. That would be the east wall of the existing restaurant or customer area, and moving it more to the south wall of the building. So it's basically rotating and shifting to what is essentially the back wall of the. And with a modification to that configuration so that it is adjacent to that window wall on the west side of the building, so that we are removing that section of glass at the southwest corner and allowing the bar to be able to service the exterior patrons.
Like, you obviously have some concerns.
Just going by the site plan, 14 spots long. Pointing towards. Twin trees. I don't recall having 14. Broken deck spots where they probably park 2 delivery vehicles in there, sideways. All of those could be turned into 13 spots.
Which are you referring to? Yeah, that's it.
I looked through today and I thought the same with you, my friend.
It's,
Some of it's not striped, but even on Google Earth, not striped here.
They got these here. There's dumpster. And here. These spots, 14 there.
I
didn't count
these spaces.
I think one was there too. It was 4, 4, 5. right?
Okay, for the drawing, are you looking?
Yeah, we're including, that's one. The site plan that you're looking at currently.
Right here, right?
Right.
That's Fort Street parcels.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, this is, this. Yeah, this is.
But is it a common?
Yes.
So
All owned by the same. company, but it's-
That adding there. And then else. So this parcel, then it's a big one, I don't know
Yeah.
area. I see it being, I think, sure. We have so just don't have any. But the other thing, some of it's not struck to. Mike's point, I don't see those spaces getting there, and
I guess, that's the dumpster.
then right where the 14 is, the parking right alongside.
Yeah,
To get out. But to me, these belong to the.
What agree, no, there is,
The beach, there's use.
yeah,
To grab a pizza.
fortunately, the uses of the eyeglass nets.
It's big. Oh, lemon.
She was into even more.
There is an additional parcel that is adjacent to the southmost property line we're showing. Alex, if you had up there.
The question is.
Hi, how are you?
So in the back of the restaurant, it shows this parcel, but there's where the nail salon is.
Yep.
So we signed an agreement with the landlord. The nail salon only gets 6 parking spaces until like dinner times, like 5 or 6, I don't remember exactly. And then we get the rest all day, and then after 6, we get all of them. So when their operations stop, we get this whole back lot here, which is at least 20 more
I would
spots.
say when you come back in, I bring that agreement. There's some.
I had it with you in my email, so if you had that.
Based what I'm seeing, it may need to come back anyways. So let's just have that included. We're gonna need a whole design plan for the exterior. To start with, but we'll wanna know those numbers to start.
Whole design plan for the exterior as it pertains to what exactly?
What is it going to look like from the road? You mentioned some colors, possible cream or adobe color I wrote down.
The exterior elevations as it currently exists.
You have for those paint samples that I see, meaning
If there are, yeah.
Their site plan too has plantings and things on it, but I don't know if they're existing proposed, so it's our usual site lighting, parking, planting, so having a full site plan. Would be what would be required.
There was no intent to change out the existing lighting on sites. with the exception of some lighting underneath the canopy. The
So you'd have to show if you're keeping it, it should be on here, and if you're putting new, but not here, and also signage. The lighting that.
signage was something that the owners had decided, I had shown, if you looked at the drawing.
Yeah.
I had shown this existing sign that's on the drawing. And the owners had decided to upgrade the proposed design to something a little more elaborate that would be submitted. That would be submitted under a separate application.
Okay.
So at this point, we were trying to move ahead and actually trying to get site plan approval so that we could move ahead with one demolition and interior construction while we're dealing with any issues as it pertains to the exterior of the building.
Hasn't the interior already been demoed? Based on the dumpsters being there?
Very,
There's very little.
the bar is still in its current
All they're doing is
configuration.
tile and paint. Fantastic, but that's what they told me. We're just doing that tile and paint.
So that's one we're on the
Well, moving bars, taking out walls and adding windows and. You
I
know,
like what you're proposing with the restrooms, expanding the restroom area. That makes sense. According to the plan. That
Yeah,
makes sense.
well, the current configuration of the bathrooms does not comply with code, handicap accessibility. So there was a need to, in order to make it compliant,
Mhm.
basically redesign that whole corner of the building. The numbers of fixtures that were required are, the numbers that are there were compliant, but the configuration of the bathrooms themselves were not. So that's why that had to be modified.
I think it makes sense what you're doing.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see it.
So as far as the color you provided, what would be the locations of each of those
Well,
colors?
That was assuming that the signage, as I had shown on the drawing, was going to be developed per my plan. They had indicated that they want to do a more elaborate sign, which would not include the SC numbers there. The exterior of the building is going to be more of a taupey or the cream, either one of those two cream colors that are shown on the drawing. The red, the black, the dark brown is to be the trim of the wood that's on the building. It's currently brown. So we're taking and removing the reddish pink color that's currently on there, changing it to a white or a tannish color. It's more consistent with Adobe or some kind of Pueblo type architecture. And like I say, the wood tones that are currently on the building, the exposed timber beams that are currently painted brown are going to continue to stay brown, just a different shade. The black, red, and white colors, the white being the color or the tannish color, the adobe color that was going to be painted on the building was going to become the background for the sign. The sign is as it currently exists, is the same color as the building. So we were going to be consistent with that color scheme in that when you paint the building, you paint the sign background. It's a masonry construction that's been stuccoed over, and we're just going to get rid of that pinkish color, make it the tan, and then the new signage would go on that background.
Referencing plans and a handful of questions as folks are looking at this. The work that's being done outside of the patio. I see there's new footings being put in, so that's part of the new.
The
patio
footings,
design.
they're being put in as they relate to the planter that has to go in to reinforce that thing so that if any cars ran into it, it has enough stability or enough reinforcement to kind of
Okay.
resist that kind of.
So that has nothing to do with the overhead patio coverage?
No.
Where are the planters shown? Here, is
Planter
that the
site.
planter? Was it-
It's just. I'm
Oh,
on
it's
S4.
long and narrow?
Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
I
this?
see. There's,
And what is it? What, is there a cross section or how high it is or what it looks like?
There's a detail.
I don't think I saw one. Maybe I
Maybe
just basic. I don't remember seeing it, but I could have slipped by me.
Section 1,
It's right in place of the ball. So what is above, so of this, is that all wood framing above ground? Hardy board stucco? Is there any concrete above ground that is part of? I like the idea of that over a bollard or something, but is there any concrete above ground? So when a car hits this,
I don't see the curve,
it's just a slight curve that
it's
intermittently sticks out. The way it's being designed, it's so that it's not a continuous foundation, it's a series of piers, basically, that the construction is spanning between piers in order to minimize the impact and basically the cost associated with constructing a mass this long. So you're creating, I believe it's there are chimney blocks essentially coming up and filled with concrete that rise up approximately 4 inches above grade. And then the wood structure is basically bolted to that and spans between those masses.
There's space underneath it, looking at this front elevation, there's actually space from the pavement to the bottom of the planter.
Correct, yes. So that the water or any kind of snow can be kind of pushed out from the paving underneath.
what's the height?
I guess it's
Of the height
Of the
between the
planter.
bottom of the planter and the drive.
Well, it's 2'8.5", 2'8" 2'8" 5/8
Ground surface to
to the ground surface, so it's roughly 4 inches, 4 to 6 inches.
So it's not much more than a concrete. Stop block.
Yes, part of
And
that block is buried under the ground. Yeah, it's half of it, at least half of it is exposed that allows the planter construction not to be sitting in the water.
not being an engineer, but is that enough to satisfy what a bollard would traditionally do?
There are bollards there now that are going to be buried without this thing.
So those are staying.
There's just,
Yeah,
Okay.
So this is aesthetic, more or less.
it is.
I missed that on here,
I
that
thought
those
you-
bollards stay.
Yeah, I thought you said it was for protection, but if the
That-
bollards are still there.
That was the rationale initially for it, but it is also aesthetic.
Can you point on here to where I see that it says the bollards remain? Part of it is just mud coming up. Does it say on here, bollards to remain?
It does not. But they are shown. Actually, on your drawing, it's be hard to read.
Same,
Yeah. it's like-
You can bring up the larger drawing to
Those
them,
are-
it's easier to point it out.
I think
The announcement drawing.
structurally, if we're talking, if we're putting that in for. But if this exists for protection of the diamond, you know, there's something substantial behind it, and if they're staying, then.
Yeah, they are. They're only like a 3 or 4 inch. You can see,
Which drawing is
Where the foundation.
He's on S1.
they are.
the middle of each one with the
They're
foundation.
in line roughly with
If you're good for your,
the main columns.
the
of
next set, call those out as existing to stay.
Okay,
But we have to have a lot of detail on the site plans and the elevations so that the code enforcement officer can make sure the intent of what was brought to our attention as the final plan becomes the final plan from Mike without having to guess.
The other thing I'll mention is that, as a previous tenant of the Lux's, as the owner of the UPS store for 20 years, I had somebody come over one of the curbs, the concrete curbs, and through the front window. And that's not much more than 4 inches off the ground.
yeah, it can only provide so much protection. I mean, if
I'm just
In order to
relaying
stop
my
them.
experience.
I've designed truck bollards for Anheuser-Busch and we've had them so that they could stop a tractor trailer.
I'm
Uh,
I'm just relaying to you what happened on that same property.
And also because it's diners there, it's not just the building, there's people sitting there. So it is important, but it's up to you. You decide what's gonna protect them the best.
And just moving on to the plan, things that I'm calling out, dining room exit door 16. It's currently a private room, and it looks like it's staying a private room. There's what looks like an egress door. That's not a main entrance or exit door.
Yeah.
That's just an egress door, right?
That's correct.
So is this going to be like a full year round venture?
The outdoor
Outside.
dining.
No, the business in general, because how's that gonna work with the essentially garage doors? Is that,
They stay closed.
are they like how insulated? Because it looks like when I looked them up, it appears to be like mostly just glass. Is it like double pane insulated glass? Like how's that gonna not create like a draft or concern?
Use them in this climate.
Yeah.
They have a special company.
And
Yeah.
go over to the Craftsman, they have overhead doors. You go to Pisa downtown, they have overhead doors. Go down to Ithaca, at the Center Ithaca building, they have overhead doors.
It works.
It works, you can
Yeah.
Go
develop
there with your family, you sit with your back to the door, they sit on the inside. But it works, the heat comes off and it works.
So-
Need to meet the energy code, for blazing.
Yep.
So in the summer months, do you suspect that would be open to the dining area?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's the intent, to be able to utilize that as best as possible.
but there's no enclosure out at the front overhang that's there today, or there is?
There's no,
Like
Is it truly outdoors when you're sitting in the outdoor space?
it is outdoors, there's a construction, a pergola essentially outside.
Yes.
And there's a corrugated polycarbonate roof over the top of that essentially. And that was intended to be replaced because it's in not the best of condition. But it's a transparent or translucent material that is over the top of that area so that diners are protected from some inclement weather. But if
There's no
it's
screening.
like this outside, you're not dining out
But there's
there.
no screening or
There
anything
is
in
none,
the summer.
no.
So, okay,
It's outside.
and that works for a restaurant, I assume. You could just be it open air.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's working right down the street here for the Grassman Inn, so.
Yeah, no, I just wondered if there's codes or anything about having diners eating inside the restaurant and it's completely open. I like it.
Open dining, Francesca's.
Yeah, no,
over
I know
at
it's-
Northside.
I
It's
just
done,
wondered
it is.
how it works, but I do like it.
Door and a kitchen door.
Screen the kitchen. Oh, that's makes sense. Yeah.
There's a shortage of that on this side. of
Yeah, it'd be
town, so
great to
excited
have
for
that.
this. Good. Okay. RTUs or anything on the roof moving.
No, it is not the intent to move that.
Kitchen
are-
vents,
they are-
any of that stuff.
Um, the existing hood that's in the kitchen, if you have your drawing there. Okay. This line, that's existing,
So here's the entrance.
that line of equipment is all existing. The hood is over there and there's a hood over the top of this. There's also a hood over the top of the dishwasher, which is just a vent. But this equipment is going to flip to that side of the aisle. So the hood is going to move over. It's anticipated that the equipment doesn't have to be relocated because you just put a bend in, either the galvanneal or the stainless steel ductwork to be able to accommodate it. But the intent is to flip that equipment and just relocate the hoods.
Okay,
It is a makeup air hood, so there is makeup air on that as well. And given the length of time it's been in there, it'd probably be a good idea to take that thing down and clean it anyway.
where are the RTU? I didn't see RTUs called out on here. Just missing. Even in the ceiling design, I didn't see any reference to it. But the RTUs are not on.
They are not moving, no. I didn't deal with the roof plan on this. But there are 2 units forward that are in this area, and then I believe there's another unit.
You said the bollards or the posts that are beneath the surface of the ground that are above the planter are existing?
I don't. Please repeat that question, please.
You said that the posts,
The existing posts?
yeah,
Yeah.
that are beneath the ground.
I mean, the foundation for the
Yep.
posts that hold up the outdoor
Mhm.
pergola.
I have no idea what they are. I assume if they're done as a standard bollard, they would have core drilled at the ground. Put in,
Are you talking about the bollards? You're talking about the posts that are built?
Well, this is saying line of new block foundations.
So those are the new foundations then.
Yeah.
He's saying those are foundations.
For the
those are
planter.
exclusively for the planter.
Yeah, they're not.
They are not for those bollards. Those bollards
Okay.
exist. I have no idea what the foundation is underneath. I would assume that it would have been a sonotube that would have been put in the ground and poured probably down 4 feet with a 4-inch steel pole in the center of it filled with concrete as well.
But you don't know.
No, it was done 20 years ago. Do you know? I don't.
Well, I mean, that adds to the safety of the entire project. So, I
Right.
mean, you can be as flip as you want, but I mean, we're asking questions about what is there and what you're proposing, and
I'm trying to make a situation better than it currently is, utilizing the construction that's there and putting in new construction. I have no way of understanding short of digging up that paved area in order to determine what the foundations are underneath that bollard. They just repaved that. As a matter of fact, I was there, I don't know, a month or so ago, and they just repaved that lot. So in order to determine and answer your question intelligently, that's what would have to be done in order to answer that.
Well, let's step back. When you put the footings in for the planters, are they not in line with the existing bollards?
The bollards are in that width, but my proposed footings are not in line with those bollards. So they're kind of staggered along that length.
But between them, it looks like, so that you
Yeah.
can actually build each side of the bollard. But
It
those
has-
foundations
The
are,
planter has to be built like a beam in order to span between the new footings. And that bollard would be in the middle of it, and you would brace between the existing bollard and the face of the planter in order to reinforce it. Laterally, for any kind of lateral loads. But short of a car ramming that, I mean, we're trying to prevent or provide some protection, but short of me building a masonry wall there, reinforced and running that whole length and making it out of poured concrete. Nothing's gonna stop a car that's in full, full acceleration.
I think really what it is here, mainly people backing up, though, you know. You would
That's
have
the
people
thought, yeah,
Potentially hitting it.
they're gonna
this
hit it
way.
backing up.
It'd be hard to hit it this way, 'cause you can't cross this property line very easily with the vegetation. But if somebody got off course, they
Yeah,
could
well,
hit this
happened
corner
at
right
KeyBank
here.
not too long ago.
That's right.
Yeah,
So I mean, they could hit this corner. So, just pointing it out.
but we could
'Cause
We could
can
reinforce-
help.
we could reinforce that corner certainly, but again,
There are no dimensions here. Do you know what this drive lane is?
it's total width is approximately about 57 foot,
Overall,
57 foot 4 from the face of this building to the property line. From this point here to,
this is 29 to here.
yeah,
So I wonder what this,
yeah, that, I have this dimension.
this isn't to scale probably with F side.
7,
Oh, you're doing it wrong.
base of the building there. Base of the building here to that property line.
So these are some of the things, you know, that we'd like to see on the site plan is the size of the parking spaces, the size of the driveway, sure, that you have your preference here, but just so we have it recorded. And are these existing wheel stops? Are you proposing those? I think, aren't they there?
The yellow concrete things are,
Here, yeah.
yeah, they run all along the sites.
But you're not
And-
proposing them. back
And
here.
this is
No,
not,
those are-
because there's definitely space in between there. Cause I had to shovel that.
Oh, in between the two?
Yeah.
Yeah. So these maybe are shown larger.
Yeah.
Is there a survey for this?
These were what I was working with.
These are old. Surveys? Yeah, let's put it that's.
Yeah, that's
That's what they gave.
That's what I was trying to work from in order to generate that drawing.
I don't. The last thing to say is, I don't think anybody is objecting to another restaurant. I don't think anybody's objecting to making the current location look better. I think we're concerned that, or I'm concerned, I'm not speaking. I'm concerned that the information we have and that's in front of us is not anywhere near complete. We're being asked to make decisions on something that we don't have adequate information on.
I think it's a good start. It's a good start to get a feel of what they're doing. Seemingly, it's a good start. A few things we need to see when you come back. You hit some of those. I think you got some good feedback.
Also, I think you worry about the beginning of rendered
Mhm.
elevation is very important.
Color rendered elevations of the north and west side. So I have my notes.
Show,
Also,
show where the lighting is in the property, show where the rooftop units are, all those things that are regulated by the site plan review.
Parking agreement.
parking agreement, bring that back in.
Mhm.
And then that's part of your parking calculation, the whole thing, and show that with, on the site plan, when you're showing the parking space sizes, show that calculation.
The parking calculation is on that.
Include the additional spaces that you have in that.
And we agree, it's each of those.
See that again. You said that it's phased during the day. There's 6 spaces, I think you said.
Yeah, they have 6, because they're either nail salons, they can only have so many people in. Yep, and then after, without their hour, 5 or 6, then the whole thing is ours.
That's good early thinking by you to work that out.
The only reason why I wouldn't put it on there is because the survey they gave me didn't show that part, 'cause they're so little. So that's the only reason why.
I got it.
If you go to the same surveyor, you know, it's like. If you need more information, I mean, they can do survey information for you or the landlord,
Well,
or
you're gonna have to
pay for it.
pay them basically to do a survey of the
Is that
property.
a business?
Somebody will. Yeah.
They only work on those typically.
Those,
Period of time.
those are for the adjacent
No, I mean,
properties.
you had to pay them, but you go, try.
Is it done by the adjacent properties you're saying?
Well, those are the adjacent, they are separate parcels there and they kind of combine them to try and develop the site plan drawing. The intent was that we were just going into an existing building that had been a restaurant and we're a new tenant going into the same restaurant. The footprint of the building was not changing. The only thing we're proposing was to make it more palatable to the town by painting it a lighter color. I've shown the exterior elevations on it and the proposed changes on there with the intent that it was going to go from the reddish color that it currently is to either one of those 2 lighter colors. I didn't think it was that difficult to kind of project ahead and just figure out what it would look like painted that color after seeing what's down there now and has been down there for the last however many years. I thought it was a vast improvement over what's there.
It absolutely is. We
So
look forward to seeing what it truly becomes. I know, but we need one full plan that shows everything. So when we say yes, it's a simple yes, and he has a full plan which he knows to look at. I want to put anything on his shoulders that isn't absolutely clear.
okay,
Anything else we need him to bring back next time?
Do you know what the capacity of Papagallo's was?
I'll look it up.
You also say here barriers required or remove seating to allow employees in overages.
Yeah,
So how,
they don't have the required seating, then they wouldn't need a variance or lower the capacity for the seating.
so that would.
I didn't see
clearly
anything in there regarding the employees. Parking as a number,
yeah, we're looking at
so,
The owner or said he made his employees park across the street.
yeah, well, you couldn't really do that,
Yeah.
you know, that's not planned. The problem.
Where?
Under the bridge?
I'm not sure, he just said across the street. he made them park.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm behind.
I mean, well, the office, place, there's no parking, you're either gonna keep going or you're gonna find a place to park somewhere. Legal or illegal, but we'd like to make it legal. And have an agreement with a neighbor for X number of parking spots at work.
And it sounds like we might be okay with that agreement, so he's right. Not as big a deal as.
I just don't want the neighbor coming back and saying, hey, they're parking their car over here.
Right.
You know, I can never.
Somewhere across the street.
And it is open for lunch, right? So all the other businesses are open.
True.
It's
Down,
open
and
at
downtown, the
3:30.
other business I have, people just,
Well, yeah.
you can do that.
But based on the square footage, you have approximately 4,600 square feet. I think we had 2,400 or 2,600 for the customer area and 2,200 for the kitchen area and the assorted
Number of ADA spots.
walk-in coolers. If you divide that by 300, you get approximately 7 parking space or 7 employees potentially for that area.
Or basically, I got it at the top of my head, no, I used to.
I'm counting the kitchen, yeah, and I'm saying that if you need 40, I'm sorry,
15 square feet.
per person? No, that's only for public areas, not for kitchen.
Kitchen is
50 spots.
300.
800 spaces.
The three only have.
Yeah, so you'd have 7 spaces for the kitchen employees, plus the 49 that we need
49.
or 40, whatever we needed for the
But
customer
that
areas.
doesn't
So that would be 40, 50 some odd parking places. And if we get the agreement from the landlord, we should be good with the numbers of parking spaces. Now, what I was doing was I was taking the site and determining based on the site area, this is how parking could be laid out, and these were the quantities that we could develop on this site. Not dealing with how they're currently used, whether there's a dumpster, but the dumpster is set back from those parking spaces. On the adjacent property, it's the same, yeah, it's kind of a parcel, let's see. I don't even know where. S1. Never mind, I've got it on this one. Oh. Dumpster seems to be in this location here, around and adjacent to that knob on the back of that building. I don't know what that is on that, whether it's a storage space or mechanical space or something.
Dumpster and a shed are out towards the end
Well, I thought it was in here.
over there.
Well, the next set we'll want to called out. To see where that. So.
What do you have no parking if you have that agreement, like?
Yeah, pretty fine. Based on the quick cuff math, it sounded like we'll be fine. Things like dumpster, we want to see all that stuff called out. The site plan.
Okay.
Thank you. Give me 1 second.
Your board and your signature is something.
Oh, yeah.
Your paper there. No, so I think it's fine, change so much, but we were not gonna do the.
Send his paper right there.
But since, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So,
We're like might as well send. But we were. I understand. It's just my world that day.
I think you can be more concerned with the island part that you took out, but you can see it throughout, that would be the fire. It's better. It's more than water and breathing with the pump. So they're actually like, good job. Good pump. Take it easy for us for all that. Yeah. Compare those two to.
Okay. Mark? Yeah. What's happening in this plaza? People moving?
Yes, your motion, that's an existing business, hair salon. She's been there about 17 years. She's moving into a slightly larger space that was formerly Mind and Body, spa, Pilates, stuff like that. The existing space has 8 salon stations, 3 hair washing stations, and 2 hair drying stations. That's the same amount she's gonna have at the newer space. What's changing is basically, her mixing room will be bigger for coloring and stuff. They're doing like more of a privacy hair washing room. Because some people don't like their hair washed in public, everyone's looking at them, whatever. This is what she has told me. So she's picking up like 212 extra square feet from the other space, but it is a business that's been established and it's moving into a same type of right at the same plaza, the same type of occupancy of being a spa before the other place was a Mind and Body spa.
Are they moving for the extra square footage?
Yes.
That's why they want to move this for the extra couple hundred square feet.
Yeah, just to make it a little bigger. She doesn't plan on,
Expensive moving a hair salon and the plumbing and electric.
well, Michael will be approaching you once we get plans together for Upstate Golden Coin. They would like to expand into their space, into her space.
So there'll be a separate presentation then.
Yes,
Full set of plans.
yeah.
Okay.
And those we already started working on. I mean, we have everything right now already made up for the Upstate Golden Coin to sign off on. I have a meeting with them tomorrow morning at 10:30 to discuss details that I need more details on.
The use.
Okay.
The use of that new space.
Yes, yep, with the use of the new space, one of
Plans are
the,
now the full space, and you probably already got the existing plans for what's there now,
yes,
so we'll have all of that.
Yeah.
presented. Okay, good.
so hopefully I can have them into you in the next week or two. So we could be at the January board meeting and get things rolling there, as long as we're approved today on sheer motion moving into the other space.
Okay.
So landlord's doing most of the. Cause he would like to see Upstate Golden Coin expand. That's the way how Michael is. If he sees you're growing, he tries to work with you. If you're not doing well in business, he tries to work with you, either put you in a smaller space or another relocation.
Are you doing the work in both of these?
We're doing the work in sheer motion. Suite 8B. We have Louis Bettino. He is the GC where you plan on using Syracuse Plumbing for the job, and he'll pull his permit, and then the electrical, it's Steve Hackett that will do his permit process, roughing in, final. And we use one of your recommended inspectors for the electrical.
That you're gonna say code officer.
What's that?
That you're gonna say you recommend
a code officer.
Yeah.
Questions?
You probably do it right, Mike.
Yes.
Questions?
No.
They don't need a sign if he's moving.
I'm moving it.
We're just gonna move it over, same thing, hanging off the brackets from the soffit material.
Special there, okay.
Do lay it off, sitting over there, smooth one here, over there, back.
Yeah.
No, we'll flip them.
Dino,
Yeah.
pizza shop.
Yeah, the pizza shop, we did it. Oh, we're doing it in Manlius too right now with Dollar General and Unplugged Gaming.
Upstate Gold, it's bigger, they don't attract a lot of people.
They have a lot of
Depends
employees,
what their other room is, yeah.
but in their employees park in
Sad.
front, not in back.
What happened to him building his own place?
That fell through. I
Guess
guess
they
something crooked was happening. Wasn't on the up and up.
However, nothing changes here with this, so. I don't have any questions on the interior. Sign staying the same. The use, or the same, the load of use.
Pretty much the same as a
It's the
spa.
same, right. One side of the plaza to the next, same, it's within the plaza, right, same traffic.
Same number of stations.
So, I'd agree, for all those reasons, reason, I don't wanna make a motion.
Approved, site plan as submitted.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
All right.
Opposed? Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
Look forward to next month.
Yep, nice seeing everyone. Glad everyone's doing healthy.
Congratulations. Thank you. It's great news.
It's amazing what they can do now, huh?
It is, it is.
We'll see you later.
You back on your bike now?
I've been riding since March.
Since before you.
My wife says, be careful because I'm pretty sure the doctors in Cleveland Clinic don't give new lungs to daredevils. We'll see you later. We'll see you later. Everyone have a nice evening.
You too, thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Under other business, I think there was an image left for Paul Grant.
Yeah.
So he had been before on the modifications he wanted to do on the exterior, and he's coming back to, he just has a simplified version of what.
Okay,
He's gonna be doing, so he wanted to present it to make sure everyone's on the same page.
Thank you.
okay.
Thanks, Paul.
All right, let's regroup here a little bit. I'm sorry, there's two, did you get those, there's two larger drawings, did we have those?
Did you bring copies?
Yeah, I got, they had little ones.
I thought you were gonna bring more copies. of
Well, here,
these.
I was, except they're printed like this, and I didn't know it until I went to.
So I
pick 'em
just
up.
have the two.
A little larger.
Thank you.
This is the same as you can see it.
Mhm.
You did the best we could with getting this done today, if you can see it. Basically, it's pulled way back from what we originally proposed 10 months ago. And what we decided on is aesthetically, it's the same as it exists now. The improvements really are the roof is going to be all new material. And that entire structure underneath it is deteriorated. That's going to be all restructured. The soffit lighting underneath it is going to be all new LED. And really the only other thing that's going to be different is the material on the bottom, which we had discussed prior. And you like this layered stone. This is the product that we're proposing. And this is the color. This is actually a sample from what we have inside the store now on the back wall. So this is the product and this is the color. Which
I don't recall the dark brown or black and gray.
I don't know.
What was the granite?
Flat.
What he's supposed to be.
Oh,
This is why
Yeah.
it's coming back. It's a different material he's proposing at the base.
when we talked about it, he said you like brick and you like this layered stone, and then we did have that granite, but we're pulling the thing back and we're doing this.
either the black or the white doesn't really, doesn't really work with everything, because it's, remember we were talking about if you're going to do like a black panel, it'd be more of a smooth stone. If you're gonna do stacked, it'd be either more like the limestone look. So, to me, these are very white and black.
Correct.
And even though
It's painted white wood now, junk painted white wood.
but I'd have to kind of go back. I don't remember. I didn't know we were doing this today, so I
Okay.
didn't go back to my.
I missed it over the table, to be honest.
They didn't.
Sorry, I didn't get to call it out. I thought I had added.
I see it on there. There was this.
It was our
Okay.
eyes,
I
not
didn't think
you.
to bring anything from
Was-
that.
I didn't think to
Was-
send the previous business is nothing like.
When do you think?
I know.
What's that?
When do you think you were in last?
But we approved something.
No, you never did. Nothing was approved.
Well, we were here, I was here in February. Remember when you said, we said no? We said no, it was too modern. So we pulled it back. We pulled it back. I'm not the landlord. I'm just the guy. I'm just boots on the ground. I'm the tenant. So,
Yeah, they have to be.
so,
Going back in March.
I was here in February and we
It
said,
was presented before because there was no decision made, and this is all different materials and.
I believe recommendations were made though, as I remember in the meeting minutes, but I'd have to
Oh.
look. I think they asked us, he showed us a black shiny granite.
Yeah.
And then we looked at a.
landlord doesn't want to go for it. He's absolutely does not want to spend any money, even though he's getting assistance on it.
What
Dr. Schwartz is interested in nothing but collecting a check.
What other colors does this come in?
That's all they come in black, they come in white, and they've got this disgusting brown color. And I won't do it. If it's not black, I'm not doing anything.
Why do it in stone? If you want it black, just make it it doesn't have to be stone, make it wood panel on the bottom.
I'm not putting wood.
Okay.
Paint it black wood. It looks nice like this. It's black roof, black stone on the bottom, and we're gonna replace the doors. We're gonna put 2 new doors. Doesn't look any different. They're just gonna be brand new doors.
It does though, because we are approving we have to treat everybody the same way, and that the color of this per our guidelines says that it has to be consistent with the other buildings in the area. So from a color standpoint, we have brick, we have limestone gray, We have painted panel in the bottom of buildings, it can be almost any color. But it can't be I would say, to me, there's no place where there's a monotone white or black. So, we're back at the same place we were if it was February. I guess it's February all over again,
Okay.
but,
I'm doing absolutely nothing.
so you're gonna paint it?
Not gonna do anything.
We like your building. It's nice.
It's not gonna do anything. It's not my building. I'm a tenant. I don't care.
You made it look nice.
It is what it is.
So how about the lights? Because that is regulated too. Are you gonna do the lights under the canopy?
Yeah, they're old and they're junk. All that wood is rotted. It's all gonna be new.
So,
Not gonna look any different. It's just gonna all be new.
Oh, I mean.
Got it,
what?
got it, restructure it, and it's just gonna be new. It will not look any different. It'll just be new.
Like just light bulbs, strip lighting, what's the plan for the lights?
Exactly what it is, replacement. They're just downlights all the way across.
are they recessed lights?
Yeah, they're recessed.
It's gonna be LED.
Yeah, they're gonna update it to whatever's new.
Have color option fixtures, because we have to have warm LEDs.
Meaning for, as far as the bulb goes?
Yeah.
They usually, the LEDs have options, there's either switches in them or the remote control. Or you can just have one.
Now you can like just flip a switch and it'll go from 5,000 all the way
Right.
to 2,700 or something.
They're just on at night. It's on the outside of the building.
Well, it makes a difference for dark sky compliant.
They have to be dark sky compliant.
The color temperature, where there's like the blue lights versus the orange, closer to orange lights.
Actually, he did so.
I don't know, Michael, you have anything to say on that?
I remember that, but.
You're trying to find exactly that.
What's that?
You're trying to sell a product and you wanna be as true.
No, these are outside lights.
It's up to you.
They just light the sidewalk.
Do you want me to get what the drawing was before as well?
It might help
You're
him
looking at.
if he wants, if he doesn't want to do anything, you don't have to, but.
Okay, 3,500K it is. So you're saying no to this black stone?
Well, we had approved something, so we have to go back to what we approved and understand if it's in keeping with that approval, you can change the product. But if it's completely different, then we have to kind of start over again. We're not.
Okay, but you told me last time you like stacked stone and brick.
Right,
So I'm coming back with giving you what you wanted, stacked stone.
it's not stone, it's precast, and it's not a
Okay.
brick color, and it's not limestone color.
No, not brick color. So you want everything that you want the buildings all to look the same. You don't want it to stand out.
Yeah,
That's not, doesn't mean they have to look alike, they have to complement one another, and we have a standard for the upper district that
Thank you for getting there.
we have to treat all applicants the same way.
3,500K is okay for a light color temperature?
I have another sample across the street. I'll go get it. It's a brown tone. You want me to go get it?
No, we recommended, what we recommended you got approved was stone
Definitely
materials,
there,
granite, silver cloud
there.
color,
Right.
with an unpolished leathered
But
finish.
that- I'm not.
Something that's the color of it, it could be a precast, but it has to be within the color range of what we approved for you.
Let me go get it. It's across the street. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
You have the old
I
one?
mean, if you
Yeah,
swap
like
out
I
light
thought,
bulbs,
you're back.
I think you can swap out light bulbs. It's just a matter of color. of the light bulbs. Like if that's all he's gonna do, I think you can
Or not?
fix the light bulb that's right now.
I'll be right back.
And I don't know what was going to say here, but.
Sorry, what's that?
So he's just gonna.
He's gonna
just
go
take
get
it
his
for a second.
samples.
He's just gonna get the additional information.
Oh,
He's gonna see if he has a sample of what we approved and whatever else is over there,
oh,
just across the street.
Okay,
So we could probably do our meeting minutes or something,
okay.
unless there's another applicant. I don't think there is.
Nope. Nope. Minutes.
So this whitish color is no good either?
No.
No,
If
okay.
it had grays mixed in it, but I see it's predominantly white with one gray, that's typical of how they show it, that's gonna be mostly white.
So that's bad.
It's not bad, it's just not the right thing for us right now in this village.
oh, is that hard to find a?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm a former client, I
We
make
can
it
put
custom.
our setups, so yeah, but that's fucking cheap.
That's reasonable. Aren't you?
I apologize if this was a last minute addition because I had inquired with them because of the grant pending to see
Yeah.
if he had decided not to move forward at all. He said, actually, I am. Talked to someone just recently, I'm not going to change the mansard roof shape, I'm not gonna replace, the windows, the doors like he was talking about. I am just going to put a different material on the base
Mhm.
and replace the doors themselves.
Say limestone, so it's
And I-
talking about, I think.
Said, well, I need to see what it's going to look like, and it's the picture, the rendering came today,
Okay,
and sample, so I didn't have a lot of leeway.
I got you.
I didn't think it needed another site plan, because it's not going to the extent that he originally submitted. In fact, I had failed to remember that we actually did approve and come
Yep.
to some decision that I thought they tabled it, he had just chosen to not move forward at that point.
I would say this rendering. If I look at the stone in that
Looks like
rendering,
limestone. where
it
that
has
does-
nothing to do with what he just brought. This rendering has
I'm
nothing to
not
do.
sure how, if it was an overlay or a sketch.
He went through the work of doing the rendering, but it's
did
not
it
the
today.
same. And then there's nothing about, he mentions the LED light upgrade. It sounds like a maintenance thing, but
Well, he said the wood's all rotted.
so that means something's changing up there. It's likely not the existing cans. There's more going on there.
Right, so he needs to give us the light fixture. I figured let him beat up on me since Dan took the last one. Oh, God, we have to, sometimes the planning board members.
I had him the last time. I had him the last.
It's not all glamour, Jim. It's really not all.
Only twice. I didn't want you to have both.
Well, did-
Minutes.
As far as the minutes, did everyone get a chance over the long weekend to review them?
I thought it was really good that you called out each individual item.
Yes.
I think that exactly that level of detail is critical, especially in situations like that and like we'll have, I think.
Mike, doesn't he have to sign the drawing so you know which the final drawing is?
The chairman
Yes.
should.
Do you have him sign them? Like everywhere?
We haven't, because we haven't used those for what he does.
Well, site plan
But then
drawings
he can-
versus construction drawings are different.
But you're supposed to be able to know if there's a difference in why, and if you had the signed drawing, you would know.
Right.
They're really not supposed, they're different because they have more detail, but they shouldn't be a different design. That's the problems we've been running into, that they get it approved and then they just put back on the drawings what they didn't want to do in the first place. Yeah,
I certainly
We got
can
piece- we
just
can-
have you
So there's-
sign a copy to put in the file that Mike can reference.
I'd like when they come in the final time, it's one
yes.
full package that I'll sign off on. And he knows exactly what he's going.
Reference drawings in the minutes should indicate the date of the drawing
Mhm.
section.
Yes.
Yes.
Title.
We've done
Know
that,
exactly
much,
what that
so
is.
even if
It's
it's not
just easy
physically
to
signed.
refer to. I had to go hunt for it
Mhm.
a week, a month, a year.
Oh, yeah,
10
it takes
years
me a
later.
while to go look
Yeah.
at stuff too.
That way, when you're standing there in front of them, you know exactly what you're
As
referencing.
long as it's called out in the notes. I
And
mean,
it's-
because
yeah.
the hard copy maybe. Not accessible to all, but we need to see it.
I really focused on that one agenda item. So. Didn't get a chance to go through the rest of it.
No. I didn't have.
That's okay, I
No,
didn't
no.
supply any of the stuff to you yet.
I was not, but my father's in the hospital, so I haven't been.
Oh, I didn't, that's true.
No, I'm.
No,
I'm saying, I live around the corner.
no, I usually mail in addition to, and I think this time, I may not have had you on the original email. But I had already given them a better part, like the drawing copies, that's why you didn't, they had already received the hard copy. And what little I got after that, I was able to email and noted, if you need a hard copy as well, let me know, and I would have mailed them. But it
This
wasn't
supposedly
a lot to mail at the moment, with the holiday weekends and the way the mail is done.
There's
I was
never
afraid
one.
they would get it in
We
time.
have to look at what it says.
But yeah, I,
Okay.
Help them out.
all right, and honestly for you, I didn't
But
think to
this-
But this is
reference all this stuff, but if you look at it, that was,
What did she say?
we were just getting introduced to the
Yeah, I
whole
know.
idea.
I'm just, be quiet, listen.
Yeah, there's a lot to.
That looks more like
Yeah,
this.
usually do.
That looks more like this.
This looks more like this.
The rendering, I guess, is what he says.
I'm saying your rendering looks more like the one in your hand right now.
Me color.
Yes.
Okay, well, what we did is we took a picture of this, the black that I had, which is inside the store. We have a wall, we have that stone inside the store. So we just took a picture of that and translated that to make this rendering. You mean like it's got a little, like me, it's got a little contrast in color. It does have some contrast in color in it.
The black one that you just
Yeah.
brought in.
Yeah, there's like little pieces of other colors that mix in with it.
I guess we need to see that.
Is that okay?
Let me see.
This is the other
What'd you
color
get?
that the guy gave me, which I thought was not very contemporary. Or we'll go to another
It's around-
manufacturer.
it's around- Like, we were just looking at the Versetta stone just to see what the other options were while we were waiting. It looks like, are they all the same? They're all the same thickness or are they thin? Is it this, something like that? Is that what it is? The one that you're proposing? A ledge stone? What's this called? Versetta stone, full partial, what's the upper part say? What is it?
Versetta.
Actual color may, okay, Versetta. You would think they'd have like a,
I mean, I'll take gray. I like gray.
this one is this plum.
If you can't do solid black with a little bit of gray in it, I'll take a gray shade. We'll come up with something different.
Darker gray, like this looks like limestone, right? Like that's here on the wall right across the street from you.
Okay,
This wall here at the park or at the church or on this,
is this what we got approval before? This is the one I had
No.
downstairs.
There's another, was like more of a, it had more gray in it.
Did I give it back to you, Michael? Cause you originally gave it to me. It was one of our picks.
There was a gray and but the gray one was shinier and you said you could get it in leather or like a.
Oh, the
sandblast.
finish, yeah, was shinier. You can get it matte finish, yeah.
Yes. And that was more like a limestone.
Well, maybe I got it from Roma Tile. I can't remember.
But I mean, it can be this, it just has to be in that grayish, it can have some black in it, cause the stone has like a dark blue, almost black, if you look at the old limestone. That one like the car, down at the car wash, that's that Tennessee limestone, that has different colors in it. But that's a real stone veneer, so it's gonna
Okay.
cost more, but it's thin like this. Down at Splash.
Did it look lighter kind of farther away?
Yeah, when you get close, it's when it looks more brown. I know. It doesn't go with his black though. You need gray or, cause you're gonna do this still dark, right? The building. These posts, they're all gonna be dark. What are you doing there?
Well, they're painted white now. I was gonna paint them black.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. If this was kind of a little bit lighter gray with some dark in it, it would look nice with your black. I like the black.
It doesn't have to be jet black.
Right. I think if it's not jet black, it ties it into the village, but the dark here is fine.
Okay. Okay, what I was gonna do is this is the same, so this is black, this is gold as it exists.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then we're gonna change the decals in the windows, see where it's white here?
yeah,
It's gonna change it to gold.
that's fine.
So this will be black with gold, black, gold here. It'll be,
Yeah,
I love black
You
and
have
gold.
to bring two things to us.
Yeah.
What is that light fixture that's gonna be replaced? And what color can you find in a grayish limestone?
Okay, so a different color stone.
Or like, look at the buildings here. But if you look at like Splash, drive down to that car wash and look at that, see if you like something like that. Find something like that one, which is a new.
Or
Stone.
we'll go back to what we approved before. I
But
gotta
if
find
that
the
should be
sample. I don't know
dark,
what it was.
Your dark
The
granite.
problem is every time I do something, the landlord's like, you're crazy. I'm not spending that money. I go, you're not even listening to me. I go through all this trouble. We gave this guy so much money, he put so much time into it. Oh, by the way,
Over there,
yeah, by the way,
he's rich. now.
by the way, I've worked with this guy over 40 years ago. He started what was it, 86? We did the mall stores. You know how many projects we've done together? Lots.
That's nice.
He does all this work and then the landlord's like, you're crazy. I go, no, I'm not crazy. You're just not listening to me.
What you have
I do all this work and nothing gets done.
well, what you have on your board is good. Just find a different color, something like that.
I don't really like that on the outside anyways. Like, it's like everybody and their grandmother's using that. I like something unique, but maybe I'm not listening either.
Like,
It's possible. All I heard was you like bricks and stacked stone. I said, yeah, I'll give you stacked stones.
it's not what I like.
Am I not listening?
It's not, you can't say what I like. I have a contemporary house here in the village. But what belongs here because of the rules and the law that we abide by,
Yeah.
this district requires that these buildings are complementary and there isn't one that stands out. If you come to any of these other meetings we've had, you would hear a lot more about it because everybody's, wants to do something unique, but until you read through everything or you read through what's required in site plan approval, you can't just come and say, I'm gonna change the lights. We have to have some kind of just a cut sheet of the lights, so that Scott has something in his file, Mike knows what you're putting in. It's not us, it's our rules.
All right, so it's exact replacement. It's just a replacement.
Yes, but the replacements, there's many varieties of them, as I'm sure you're aware, and then there are different light temperatures, and some of them are one temperature, like a 3000, or some of them have like you said, from 2 to 5 with a switch.
Sure, well, I'm familiar
We
with.
don't want bright white, it's supposed to be
Not gonna give
more
you that.
warm, like you always do over there, it's very
I'm
tasteful.
not gonna do something dumb, trust me.
Whoever it is you buy it from
Yeah.
in advance, tell them you need a cut sheet and you're bringing that in.
It might
Put it
be
on
enough.
them.
Okay.
And the same. with
Actually,
this.
I asked the guy that's gonna do the work to come with me tonight and he didn't.
That's exactly what you needed.
Yeah,
That's exactly the right thing.
What?
What you just said,
Yeah,
you asked him to come.
yeah.
That's exactly what you need.
He was gonna bring me a roof sample too, and he didn't. He said, "You tell him it's black." I said, okay, I'll tell him it's black.
Exactly. Have him come to the next one.
like the textures, like.
We want to see exactly that.
Let me see here.
Now you're talking our language.
Here.
Hey, Karen, just a quick moment on the minutes.
There is a proposal, isn't there?
Only thing I want you to add as he's going through that, the reference to 239 Salt Springs. There was an additional reference made in the bullet points to it being in the front yard setback.
Okay,
I want you to, and I see it, you have it somewhere else in there. That's one of the reasons of our concern, is that it was within that. So just add that as a bullet point if you could.
so you're saying it doesn't say it there, you want me to say it?
Doesn't say it in those bullet points, it references it elsewhere in the write-up of that,
Okay.
of that.
Yeah, but it should, that'd be clearer.
Correct.
See what the-
I do. You're not gonna be able to read my chicken scratch, but you can see roughly what I'm
You
saying.
go to
You wanna add it there?
Yeah, as another bullet point.
Did they already go to CPA,
Yeah,
and how did they handle
it was granted.
Shocking. Sorry.
it? Wait, it was granted.
They took all things into consideration.
That was the time.
All said and done.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
He didn't include exactly what the bulb temperature is.
When you come back with that, bring him with you. And that cut sheet,
And some blocks of stone.
some blocks of stone, make him carry the. Bring a wheelbarrow.
If I don't do it, it doesn't get done.
Hey,
So what do you want, an exact light fixture?
Yeah, but bring the cut sheet of that light fixture.
That he
Okay, and what else? New stone.
New stone,
Few different options.
you mentioned him possibly bringing a piece of the roof sample.
Yeah.
That's great. The more the merrier. The more you bring, the
Yeah.
better prepared we all are to get you on your.
It's exactly what it is, only new.
We need a sample.
Look out the window.
Then you can crawl up there, cut a piece down. And you then bring next to it the version of the new one.
It's okay, it's like, it looks nice. I don't do anything stupid, trust me.
Excited
I
to
don't
see
do
it. You
junk. I
always
don't
do
do
a good
anything
job.
junk. I like to have it perfectly neat. So it's painted white now, so it's okay the way it is white, the way it always was. And by the way, the hair salon on the corner is all black.
We're not talking about the color of the paint, we're talking about the stone.
The color of the stone.
Yes. Stone is not black unless you're in other parts of the country. We're in Onondaga
Next
County.
door.
Okay, so we find another, so if I find
Okay, you're
another,
saying it's
if I find another black stone, is that
It's
good?
not a natural color for stone.
Right, if it's gonna
If
look
it's
like a
painted wood,
stone,
it's one thing, but for stone,
Right.
there's limited color palettes.
Oh, okay, so grays and blacks are okay, maybe.
yeah. But mostly gray with black accents, so it looks like a stone you would find here in our town. In the
Gray
the
stone?
manlius. Like, because we're not.
Gray stones anywhere?
They're everywhere.
Grays and blacks?
If Onondaga limestone comes, that's why we're called Onondaga, it's limestone. It's all.
Okay, give me a summary of what I need to do again. You need a light fixture itself, a roof sample.
The light fixture must include the temperature of the light.
Okay, that's
It
easy.
doesn't have to be the physical.
Yeah.
No.
No, I want to plug it in.
It also-
We're not saying a little bit.
Technical data.
Yeah, the cut sheet that.
Do all sorts of analysis on this.
Cut sheet from a manufacturer's rep, which your contractor can get,
Right, I'm gonna write this down.
right?
Say it again?
It's a cut sheet from a manufacturer's rep
Yeah,
that sells the light, the contractor could get that, whoever they're buying it from could provide them. This is what we're using, planning board. here.
understood.
And that would usually include the bulb, which is if it's LED, it's a LEDs or a bulb, whatever you're choosing, and then the temperature of it. And that tells us what, if it's bright, shiny white, or if it's a little bit warmer. Then you're gonna get a sample wherever you're getting the, where you're going for your stone.
okay.
Go there. Where are you going? Where'd you get that from?
So like,
The guy that's doing the work brought it to me.
Yeah, so if he's going down to Tom Piscatel, or if he's going to
oh,
your friend. Over
Oh,
at the
Barnes
like
and
Barnes and Barnes and
Barnes.
Home.
Yeah.
Places like that, they have those boards, hundreds of them.
Okay,
And just get a couple of them that you feel work with your building and that look like what you've been seeing us approve.
okay, so what about, I don't know if it's granite or marble with black, with gold veins in it.
We talked about though, the shiny panels like you'd see downtown on a wall, we don't have here.
Can't do that.
Doesn't fit.
What if it's matte finish, black with gold veins?
You could find something that looks like stone, like really textured,
Yeah,
it's not smooth.
got you. So you don't want anything slick and modern is what you're saying?
Exactly. We don't want something that look.
We want something
doesn't
that
look
fits.
Like it was, fits here. Like, is there modern things inside the building or little accents maybe, but the building itself should look like it was indigenous to this area, that materials came from this area. Because that's how the village of Fayetteville was built from the ground up.
When are we gonna change it
We're not, that's.
and modernize it?
That's why people like it here, because it doesn't look like you're living in a shopping mall or the merchandising part of what you do is beautiful on the inside.
Yeah,
That's not what we're trying to do on the outside. We're trying to make a place where people drive through and it's quaint and it feels, without people knowing, they like it here because it feels good. It feels like everything goes together. So.
Just getting.
my impression is you're just stuck in time and you wanna stay there.
It's
That's
not
just
though,
me.
like I told you.
That's just me.
That's
That's okay. Let 'em-
Contemporary house.
It's just me, but it's gonna fit within the village.
Gotta fit within the village.
It's gonna fit within the village.
Okay. So nothing shiny and slick.
No,
Okay,
There's-
understood.
I wanna move on.
You what?
You got good feedback? What to bring?
Yeah.
Good.
Done.
Looking forward to seeing you next month. Excited
Great.
to see more of your stuff all over my house.
Okay.
Thank you.
Love your house.
Jim, I'd like to give Jim 30 seconds, just introduce himself. Give us a 30-second rundown and
Okay,
background if you don't see.
speaking of towns and stuff, I grew up in the village of Pittsford, which is, a very historical town, and I grew up with mayor that really spearmounted it. And to keep a village in place is really important because you don't want to look like Cicero and Route 11.
Mhm.
So, I've been fortunate, I guess. I've been in commercial banking. I've done a ton of real estate financing to every type of business you can think of.
Yeah.
So I've seen what business owners go through and what other people like planning boards as well as bankers go through to get deals done. So I want to use my experience to help out.
Thank you. Thank you.
Where was your office?
Um,
Community bank.
headquarters.
Okay.
No. I was only there.
Fancy, yes.
All right.
It's on his card, fancy.
Where was you?
He's got me.
I would go down there for long.
He was introducing
I was
himself.
in
Did we
Utica
ever finish off?
and Syracuse.
Other than your edit,
Ninth
we
back.
never,
No, that's the only edit that I had.
so that, with that edit, is there a motion?
Motion to approve the minutes as presented with Scott's.
Second,
Got seconds?
all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Well, I'm glad you guys had an
Well, run over and crash it.
introduction by Jim directly, it sounds like.
Yes.
So he's gonna be our newest associate going forward. Oh.
Very good. I was going to make a motion, but I'm gonna wait.
Along those lines, I also wanted to introduce Patty Wardley. She is going to be taking over my position as board secretary. So she'll be guiding you from here forward.
Why you quitting?
That was nice.
Patty, nice and
Transitioning to other boards and other.
But you're not moving.
Oh,
Oh,
Here. Hear me?
Ted drove her off.
Village clerk?
The board said, I can't do all the boards.
Oh, village clerk.
Good.
Okay.
So,
Are you moving? You usually moving up.
So how many meetings will you be attending with her?
At least-
How many more?
At least-
No, Karen.
Last 12, right?
they have to help with the
The next 12.
That is becoming a stumbling block.
Okay.
So
he's got.
I am still here is for feedback and to bounce off any questions, so,
Okay,
for anybody, the board as well as Patty, so. So it'll be a couple months to kind of transition entirely, but.
okay.
Welcome. Yes, you can still ask questions. So, yeah.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Lauren seconded.
I'm Paul.
All in favor?
not yet.
Good to meet you.
Anyone opposed?
Nice to see you.
Customer place.
Yes.